Hey, what's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be talking about who's up next for Kambossos. There's been some reports out that the promoter from, I believe, I don't know if it's Kambossos, mentioned that Devin Haney and the other guys, who is it? Tank Davis for sure was not. It wasn't feasible for them to go to. They're not gonna risk the judges with. They're not gonna risk a fight being judged in another country like Australia, which is kind of weird because they've been giving a lot of. I guess they understand more than anyone how decisions can work out to someone's favor when they have an advantage in their hometown, like Las Vegas, for example. Um, but um, so we can rule out Tank Davis, which we ruled him out before anything. We know he's not finding anybody relevant. Um, I'm to be surprised we got more than we bargained for with the Cruz fight. Some people may elevate Cruz because of that fight, or you bring down Tank Davis. I think you do a bit of both. I think you bring Tank Davis down a little bit, and you bring Cruz up a little bit. He should be ranked a little bit higher, and Tank Cruz, it's not. I don't think he should be ranked. I think he's ranked appropriately. He hasn't fought anybody big, and he's not ranked like number 2, 3, and 4. I don't even think he's ranked 4. So if he's not ranked 4, I think it's appropriate wherever he's at. If he's like 5, 6, I think that's fine. Also, it looks like I read an article. I think Boxing 24/7, where they state that Kambossos. It looks like he isn't going to be fighting anybody immediately because of unless someone is made a mandatory. So kind of like Tiafimo, it looks like he's gonna take a he's gonna hang on to these belts for a little bit and play the Tiafimo, the Floyd Mayweather roles here. So that's gonna be, I think, a little boring if he plays that role, and it's gonna be I guess they want to hold on to the belts and make some money. I don't know, but I keep hearing that having a lot of belts and having all of those belts costs a lot of money. So he has to fight someone of relevance to make it worth his while. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. So pretty much I'm hearing that there's not gonna be a Devin Haney. I think his best bet is Lomachenko, though. They're saying that they don't want to fight Lomachenko, but man, if he's smart, I think a big payday is Lomachenko, because you're gonna lose the titles regardless. I mean, I'm not saying that he is, but I think you can lose to anyone. Teofimo lost to someone on one of his bad days and someone's good day. Being Kambossos did a good job, because if you're really gonna fight someone, I mean, Lomachenko is a bigger name than Tank Davis, because Tank Davis is not being he hasn't been let off of his leash, right? They're protecting him. Devin Haney looks to be a solid, active fighter with good fundamentals, but he hasn't caught anybody's eye and doesn't have any fans behind him, and no one's really I'm not a big fan of Devin Haney, although he is probably rated above some of those guys, but I see them all as really equals, to be honest with you. They're all kind of, if you want to give them a grade, they're all like, I would give them a score of an 80, or yeah, like an 85, and then you have Lomachenko over there around 90. But a lot of these guys have an advantage on Lomachenko because he's so small. Tank Davis is kind of on the same boat. He's kind of picking and choosing who he fights because he's pretty small as well. I don't know what Floyd Mayweather and the team is waiting for, because he's his own size, and yes, he can get better, but an an opponent with a pretty good size on him is going to give him trouble regardless. Once it gets up to when he starts fighting all of the guys that are like him, and I think it's an interesting division. But there's one thing that I've also noticed about it. They're, like I said, they're all ranked about, they're like 80s. If I graded them, they're like 85 to 90 grades, all of them. There's no guy that I've graded at like 100. Who would be that? I think who would be extraordinary. I mean, and that's not to say that Lomachenko isn't. He is. The problem is, he's much like Floyd in the sense that it's gonna go to the cards, and he relies on the cards, but he doesn't have the leverage that Floyd Mayweather does in fighting in one place and having that having that security with the judges, and what I believe to be manipulation, and that's only my beliefs. But I believe that that he had that on his side, and Lomachenko doesn't. I think when I think if you put Barrera in I think you put Barrera in and who is it well, let's put it this way: you put Manny Pacquiao and he cleans everyone out when he was at 135. I think he cleans all of those guys out. That's what I'm talking about in terms of that, like Lomachenko's speed with like Tank Davis's power, or even Teofimo's power, or someone else that's strong. There's no one that's like that. That's giving you that type of energy in that division. You have a bunch of guys that are graded at 90 to 95, and right now we're trying to see. We want them to fight each other so we can see who's rated at 95, because no one's gonna be 100. I doubt I can even grade anybody at 90 just because they have all the belts. That just means they beat each other. That's the best in that weight division. That doesn't mean that they're even amazing, because right now it seems that as if anyone were to fight someone 3 times, I think you would get one fight and the next guy would get the other fight. Like Kambossos fought. If Kambossos were to fight Lomachenko, I think he gets 1 win out of there. Or maybe he beats him twice and Lomachenko beats him once. Vice versa. I think the same thing goes with all of them. I think if they all fight each other, but that's not what it's about. It's about holding off. But who are they gonna fight? I mean, they're not fighting anyone. They're just becoming old, and it's going to be harder for them to gain weight, and then they're going to have to move up. We all saw Teofimo. I think Teofimo was coming in there fighting like I think that was his deal, man. He was fighting like a welterweight, man. After rehydration, that's the reason he had an edge, and after that it was gone. I think he couldn't come down to the normal weight. But who knows what we can see. Who we'll see Kambossos fight next. It's kind of really getting a little tiring, this whole thing, because no one's really fighting each other, and it's the 135 division is getting boring. Just a lot of hype and no action. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.